Hello and welcome back to the Masters mod. Last time we got Yojimbo and upgraded all of our Aeons, and now we're going to go back to the beginning islands to not only get a little bit more level ups, but we can make it so that our next levels can be a little bit more efficient or worthwhile. But the road to Besaid actually got a bit of an upgrade. We only have one real set of encounters, being the wolf, the bird, and the flan. Or some mix of those three, but yeah, they've definitely been upgraded to endgame status. Now, just like before, you kind of want to prioritize the threats. The flan is really only going to focus on healing until you attack it, so you can save that for last, but you definitely want to blind the wolf and the bird because they attack hard and they attack fast. And once those two are blinded, I recommend having Auron out there with his counterattack. Really with this mod, he has decent accuracy, so he might be able to hit the wolves, and the fact that the wolf attacks so many times, if he counterattacks and connects, then he can probably get the wolf before the flan has time to heal him. And then also, if the bird attacks during Sentinel, then Auron will get 3 swings at it, which, I mean, the bird is still very evasive, but you could get lucky. Or you could get unlucky and have Auron get hit through blindness 3 times. So, hey, it's a gamble. The fight can be very annoying when it's just the wolf and the flan by itself too, though, because the wolf will cheer and then the flan will respond by the Hepta water gun. So it'll just heal everything and the wolf just gets stronger, and it's already really fast. So. Yeah, it kind of is tough when it gets kind of stally like that. You can blitz the wolf down, maybe put it to sleep, give it zombie and regen. It is endgame, so there are tools that we can use, so we should. Then, as always, you do have to blitz the flan down. You can silence it once, and you can essentially just get ready for the counterattack, maybe threaten it, maybe slow it, armor break, all that stuff. But yeah, just make sure that doesn't heal itself, or else you kind of waste your MP. But next on the agenda is Crazy Valefor. And I'll say my routing to this isn't really because she's the easiest, but because both her fight reward is very good, but afterwards we'll get access to the shop in Besaid, and that is really good as well. Now, there are 2 preparations that I'm making for this. First off, I am giving Kamari Hastega because I'm having him down Auron's path now, and Hastega can be very nice, obviously. Then, I'm giving a energy preserver to Lulu because really she's a very consistent damage dealer, and then she isn't really the squishiest either anymore. So if she both doesn't get debuffed on the defense and the offense, and keep her overdrive access, so that's definitely something that we want, Fury Demi being like super strong. Now, Valefor doesn't do the biggest amount of damage, but she is very tricky because not only does she delay one of your characters, like basically to the point where they'll just never get a turn again, but she throws out Maelstrom, which will give all of the breaks on the entire party, or the entire front line, which can be very dangerous for a follow-up energy ray, which is a normal attack for her now, so that's great. But being Valefor, she is very hard to hit just normally, so you need to throw out a couple of aims in order to consistently hit her with the melee, unless if you want to throw out a lot of magic damage, which is one of the things that is definitely best. So I will immediately poison and then throw some demis her way to get that damage going. And again, with Lulu being on the front line and her new energy preserver armor, she's definitely going to be doing good damage and also not being super squishy after the Maelstrom. But that's not the only thing that Lulu's going to be doing, because double cast is great, not only can you do 2 spells, but you can target 2 different things. So when one of the party members is delayed to, you know, I don't know, miss the next 5 turns or so, what if you just had them take a quick nap and then wake them up again, and hey, now they only missed like 2 turns. Then it's also good to have Walk on the front line because he has some pretty high HP, and when Valefor throws out a normal attack, she'll aim for the party member with the highest HP, so it's just free damage because Waka doesn't miss, and then he'll also just not get hit, so that's a free turn for you. Then you can also aim up the party to make it so that, you know, if they don't end up getting that reset by, you know, taking that quick nap, then they'll be able to contribute to the fight. Now that's Kimahri's job, is actually getting enough aims to consistently hit, or at least consistently hit the full break, because that makes it so that the later half of the fight is a lot more survivable. Even with the full break, Energy Blast really does a ton of damage, and the only people that can survive it are Auron with his massive HP, and Lulu with her good magic defense. But even that's only at like full HP for the both of them. But there are other ways to get full break off on Valefor. If you entrust all of your overdrive to Auron, then he can do that with his Vanishing Blade. Or again, like, you can aim up him, but since his turn doesn't come off so often, I guess Valefor won't normally target him for the hypersonic wings. So, either way, the Kimahri strategy I think is pretty good. But obviously your Kimahri is probably built different than mine, so hey, to each their own. The main thing really is just to poison her early and then survive. And really the way that you do survive is you make sure that you have your turns to react. So again, it's kind of crazy, but hey, dealing with that delay really is the big challenge. But again, the rewards for this fight are so good. You get the Chocobo Wings, you get 3 special spheres, which can be customized into evading counter, or obviously just give a really powerful special move to somebody. And then I got a break damage limit armor for Auron, which, I mean, as much as I want like Kimahri to kind of take over that role, the game just keeps telling me to use Auron, so alright. Then again, don't forget about the Besaid shop that I mentioned earlier. Not only does it have good weapons of SOS haste and slow proof, so that's definitely something to remember if you ever run into some of the bosses that will slow you down, or you know, you could use that extra speed. But it also sells purple spheres for the spear grid, so if you have any empty nodes that you end up passing up, now you don't have to. I'm going to use it right away. I'm going to get 2 accuracy spheres, and I'm going to put that on Auron, because not only will Kimahri get it too, but now you have Auron, Kimahri, and Waka, who should be able to very reliably hit basically anything now. Then don't forget to get Energy Blast for yourself, and I mean, you can go back to the Cloister, but you know, all of these chests are just replaced with normal potions, so they're not really that worth it anymore. But next on the list is going to be Ochu in Kilika. So the only extra prep I need for this is for Titus, because I have a good armor on him that basically nullifies most things. All I need is Berserk Proof, and then the Ochu Dance won't, well, it'll still blind and silence and poison him, but it'll at least make sure that he can respond without, I don't know, charging in and dying. But into the actual fight, it's all about ailments. My strategy is to keep Ochu silenced and blinded basically the entire fight. This is because unless if you have like an SOS no water, or you have Shell and on a very, very magically defensive person, the Hepta Waterga is definitely going to take you out. And if you reflect it back at Ochu, then he'll just heal off of it. So that's not what I want to do. Then with the blind, it just has so many counterattacks, and if it connects, unless if it's like protected, Auron at full HP, and power broken, then yeah, Ochu's definitely not going to, yeah, that counterattack hurts a lot. Even so, remember that blind isn't a guarantee, sometimes that counterattack still connects. So make sure that like Riku with Alchemy is on hand to revive anybody if necessary. Now I do full break with Kamari because that panic jump will do a lot of damage unless power broken. Then of course the armor break that comes with that is super nice too. But even after all that prep work, the fight's still not solved because he can still counterattack with a panic jump, and his attack pattern does go through slime every now and then. And the slime doesn't miss, the slime hits really hard. And the panic jump can also take all of your front line down to like half HP. So that's very bad if that happens like right before its normal turn. And then, yeah, so just be careful with that. Then of course there's the Ochu dance. So I'll try to have Titus on the front line to make sure that he can swap out and then have a kind of daisy chain of Asunas going on. Since Lulu does not have a damage limit break, Auron's 20,000 damage definitely helps a team. So, hey, if the game keeps giving us excuses to use Auron, we will. Just can't be too crazy with the damage, because if it does throw out that panic jump right before slime, then that's a party wipe. So essentially, you'll see me throwing out cheers every now and then, because first of all, Titus being on the front line is good in case if an Ochu dance comes out. But then, again, if he gets Auron's damage up even more, that's great. But I really don't want to bait out a panic jump right before Ochu's actual turn. There are a couple turns where Waka gets knocked out, and he doesn't really have the time to get both blind and silence off of Ochu. So what I'll try to do is, so sometimes I'll try to delay attack, but sometimes that doesn't work either. So that's the case where the Aeons come in. They get off their good damage, and then really they can tank a hit, so that way we get the whole party's basically back up to speed. One last thing to note, I guess, is that the more observant viewer will see that, hey, Ochu is zombified. Not only that, but he's not immune to regen like a lot of the other zombie enemies. So, hey, that's great. Only thing is if you do put regen on Ochu, he'll get automatically hasted, and he's immune to slow. So, I mean, it is great that is a lot of really fast damage, but man, a hasted Ochu is very scary. So if you want to try that, go for it, but it's not for me. Yeah, I have my Waka, who has a lot of MP, and yeah, also Osmos, so even if he can't get an MP refill from Ochu, since he's zombified, there are a couple party members who, you know, they don't really use their MP much in this fight, so you can suck it out of them. But, of course, the game ends up giving me another damage break, Auron armor. So, I mean, it is great that he has some versatility in his damage break options, but I really do want someone else to get the break damage limit, because you can only customize so many, and the more drops that Auron gets, with him getting both the auto protect, auto shell, weapon off of Anima, and then he gets Valefor and Ochu's break damage limit. It's like, oh, come on, man, share some of the spoils. But I mean, that's the beauty of the randomness. Every run's gonna be a bit different. But I guess when it comes down to the level ups, Titus does get access to Delay Buster now, so that's great. When it comes down to the Sphere Grid, I've used up basically all of my traveling options. There's only one more level 4 sphere that I have, and I'm probably going to use that on Auron because, well, the game just wants me to keep using Auron. So, but that's it for this episode. I'll see you next time. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, I like your face. Bye-bye.
Stay away from the